Hey guys, I'm Massa.
And I'm Safe.
And welcome back to Rosie Wrestling. We are on our way back to Virginia. Just finished the Royal Rumble yesterday. And we thought that we could kill some time and just review the Rumble now.
And our vlog will be up on Friday, so you can see our experiences, seeing the number 30 entrance and just like the post-Rumble, all of that.
We're actually going to skip the pre-show. Nothing that special happened. So the first match on the card was the WWE Championship match. The champion AJ Styles defending his title in a handicap match against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. What did you think about the placement of this match?
I was a bit disappointed that the Women's Rumble didn't open the show, but at the as we later found out, it was going to main event the show, which in hindsight I think was a good decision, especially with what happened afterwards, but we'll get to that. But overall, I thought this match was actually pretty good for a handicap match. They did the best they could, because this stipulation, we don't really see any classic matches that are handicap matches. I thought AJ did great. I thought Sami and Kevin played the great heel roles in this match. Really got the crowd to give
really
them
hate
heat.
them,
Yeah, exactly. And the ending was controversial, but they could come back to it for the Fastlane pay-per-view and have maybe a triple threat, maybe a fatal four-way.
In the end, AJ Styles is holding on to Sami Zayn, and Sami Zayn doesn't get to tag Kevin Owens, but Kevin Owens ends up taking the pin. And we see backstage that Shane McMahon actually saw it, and he's not going to reverse the decision. So next we have the SmackDown Tag Team Championships on the line, and it's the Usos, the champs, against Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. Now this was a 2 out of 3 falls, and I actually was really surprised that the Usos will get both falls right away. I thought it was going to be Usos first, or Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin first, and then 2 from the Usos. I was kind of surprised that they didn't give any falls to Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. It was a quicker match than I expected, because it first started out with mostly it started out a little bit slower, and then the falls came after each other, which I kind of expected afterwards.
Yeah, I actually think I was impressed by this match because there was a lot of false finishes, a lot of times where I thought it was going to be over, or at least there was going to be a fall. That didn't happen. But then when the falls did happen, they were kind of successive, like one after another. But yeah, they didn't give anything to Gable and Benjamin.
But they still didn't make them look weak because...
Yeah, they didn't look bad. They still kicked out of moves that I thought they would not kick out of. Like the one of the frog splashes, I thought it was going to be done, but they managed to kick out. So I thought they still looked strong. However, it looks like they might just take Usos all the way to Mania with the titles.
So surprisingly, the next match is the Men's Royal Rumble. I remember when the video package came on, I sat there for a good 3 minutes in just confusion. I did not know what was going on. You were on Twitter the whole time checking like what's going on, because this only happened once before, but why is the Rumble in the mid-card?
Well,
I didn't get it.
It's never happened before. It's never been in the mid-card. But it was just, it happened once where it didn't main event.
But yeah, I was super confused, and I was really upset because you kept saying that Roman's going to win because they don't want to end the show on a bad night, or on a bad note, so like they'll give us the Women's Royal Rumble later and we'll be like happy, but that really that got my adrenaline rushing every 5 seconds, every time someone comes out or just a move happens.
Yeah, overall I thought it was a very, very good Rumble. Honestly, one of the most enjoyable Rumbles. Obviously we're biased because we were there, but I thought a lot of guys looked strong. You first had Rusev and Finn, and Rusev just was super over.
He lasted over 30 minutes.
Yeah, he lasted a long time, and the crowd, booed heavily when he was eliminated. Finn also lasted till the Final Four. He looked extremely strong, and maybe this means good things for Finn Balor in 2018.
So some good spots where I remember in the beginning, Baron Corbin came out as an early entrant, and he got eliminated a little bit early, but he started to demolish everybody. Rusev and Finn Balor were just completely on the ground at this point. He just kept hitting everybody, and I guess they didn't want him to look super weak because he didn't have a long time in the Rumble match, and he got eliminated early, but
Yeah, so he definitely made his mark, and then obviously when Heath Slater came out, he just, pummeled Heath Slater. And that was another spot I really liked, where everyone that came out just attacked Heath Slater, even Big E, fed him pancakes.
yeah.
And then when Sheamus came in, Heath Slater finally got his moment, and he eliminated Sheamus. And I don't know, WWE hasn't, I don't think they've said anything, but I looked that up on Wikipedia, and it said that Sheamus lasted 1 second in the Royal Rumble. So if that is true, then that means he tied the record for least amount of time in the Rumble with Santino Marella, which I think was in 2009.
So the first surprise entrant of the night was Andrade Cien Almas, which he actually wrestled the night before at TakeOver, which was crazy. Amazing match, and I was just so surprised to see him. I actually didn't think that he would come out. When his song hit, we were all so excited.
Yeah, I wasn't really expecting any NXT guys, but I would not mind if every Rumble from now on the NXT champion just made an appearance. I thought Andrade looked like an absolute star in this match. They made him look really good. He lasted a good amount of time, and obviously the fans were delighted to see him.
So the next surprise entrant was another NXT guy, Adam Cole. He got a huge pop. We were all so excited. We were chanting his name. He was actually selling his rib injury because of the night before. Well, he came in the early 20s and lasted through the late 20s. So he lasted a good amount of time, and they made him look pretty strong. So it was super excited to see him.
I was also pleasantly surprised with the inclusion of the Hurricane. Sometimes they pull out these random wrestlers. So I thought that was pretty fun. We haven't seen him in a while. And it was just a very nostalgic moment to see him in the ring once again.
Yeah, he didn't last very long, but just still, he was really funny. He just did some funny things. Even after he got eliminated, he hyped up the crowd a little bit. So it was cool seeing him there. So the craziest surprise entrant, and the one that took me by surprise the most, was at number 27, out comes Rey Mysterio. It took me a second when his music hit to just register what was going on, because he's one of my all-time favorites, and just seeing him again was so crazy. And oh my god, the pop he got was insane.
Yeah, I thought he was in fantastic shape. At the end of his WWE run, he wasn't in the best shape, but he definitely turned it around. And I heard that it's not going to be on a full-time basis, or it's just a one-time thing, but hopefully in the future they bring him back so he could have a retirement run before he finally hangs up the boots. But that was for sure for me in terms of surprises, that was the best thing for me, or at least it's definitely up there. So the Royal Rumble isn't just about who wins and the different spots and stuff like that, but also just the standoffs for me are really important. And at one point when it was Finn, Rey, and Roman on one side, Finn, Shinsuke, and Roman on one side, and Rey, Randy, and John Cena on the other side. That was such a mark-out moment. That was just two different generations in there in the ring.
New school,
the Ruthless Aggression guys against the reality era guys, or whatever we call this era. So that was just an awesome moment right there, and then they just started going at it.
So now the final four in the ring were Roman Reigns, John Cena, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Finn Balor. Final four gave me a heart attack just the whole time. It felt like I was on a roller coaster. I was just so anxious to see what was going to happen next, and I really didn't know which way that they were going, because there's a huge chance that Roman was going to win, but maybe Shinsuke, maybe Finn, maybe Cena. So I didn't know, but just seeing them all together, and Roman and Cena actually played had some heel tactics because we booed them so much and kept saying that you both suck. They decided to team up against Shinsuke, which I thought was really cool.
The fatal four-way. The final four, it was almost like a fatal four-way, because they just kind of had their own mini match. But Cena eliminated Finn. After Shinsuke eliminated Cena, I thought it was the perfect two people at the end. It was Vince's guy versus the guy we all wanted to win. So it, made the fans much more passionate. Already the Philly crowd is, one of the best crowds in the world. but you know, we wanted Shinsuke to win so bad, and we would not take Roman as a winner. So it just made that match a little bit more exciting. And for me, it was reminiscent of, you know, Shawn Michaels and Undertaker from 07 when they were the final two, and they had their own little mini match at the end. And then Shinsuke winning, obviously,
we were hugging strangers and just...
It blew the roof off of the Wells Fargo Center.
So after the Men's Royal Rumble, we have the Raw Tag Team titles on the line. The champions, Jason Jordan and Seth Rollins, versus The Bar. Now, the crowd was dead the whole match. We were all so tired. Our voices were completely gone. We were too tired from just cheering our heads off from that Rumble. So it was, I think the placement was a little bit weird, but it kind of turned into a handicap match because Jason Jordan just was hurt the whole match, you know, on the floor the whole time. So I wasn't surprised that The Bar wins. I actually thought that they were going to win anyway.
Yeah, I know Jason Jordan's actually wrestling with an injury right now, so they just wanted to keep him on the sidelines as much as possible. But yeah, the crowd is absolutely dead. Half the crowd was just, you know, out, you know, trying to get snacks or something, going to the bathroom after that really long Royal Rumble match. So yeah, this was a nothing match for me. And congratulations to The Bar, you know, 4-time champions already in a span of 1 year.
So for the Universal title, we have the champion Brock Lesnar defending his title against Braun Strowman and Kane. Now the crowd was still kind of dead for this one too. We were all super tired, but this match was a little bit underwhelming for me. I thought that I would see a little bit more chaos because they're 3 monsters, but it just wasn't really much. Not much went on. And plus, I understand your point when you said that Braun is doing too many crazy things and he needs to kind of dial it back, because he put him through like a table, and you know, there was just so much chaos going on, and I didn't feel like it was anything that special.
Everyone is kind of used to it at this point. That's what we expect. So we didn't really get anything above and beyond from Braun or from any of these guys. So altogether, again, this was another match that was forgettable. Everyone was trying to regain their stamina still from the Rumble match. Hence why I think one of the Rumble matches should have opened the show instead of put it right in the middle of the card. But yeah, altogether, I thought this was whatever. And you know, they're building for Brock Roman, which I've accepted and I'm actually okay with.
Same.
But you know, this for me didn't really do any favors for anybody.
So surprisingly, the main event of the Royal Rumble was the Women's Royal Rumble, the first ever Women's Royal Rumble. It started off with Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch, which I think were good to start off the show. And then, you know, Sarah Logan came out and Mandy Rose. So it wasn't super star-studded, and we actually really wanted some more star power. And at number 5, took us all by surprise, but Lita came out, in which I really didn't expect her to come out.
Yeah, we definitely needed a strong number 5, and Lita was that, you know, perfect star. And it was honestly so nice to see all these legends for this match who really paved the way for these women.
So we actually did have a lot of surprises in this match because the women's roster is so small. So we had Tori Wilson, Kelly Kelly, Lita, who else?
Molly Holly, Jacqueline, who else? Trish Stratus, obviously, at the
last
end,
number 30.
which we'll get to, but also Ember Moon, Kairi Sane, Vicky Guerrero, which was a welcome surprise.
That was really surprising. I did not think Vicky Guerrero. Michelle McCool, she eliminated 5 people.
Yeah, she holds the record now for most eliminations in a Women's Rumble, so, you know, Mrs. Undertaker, you know, doing well. Beth Phoenix, she also had good spots in the match as well. Yeah, also we got the Bellas, which was another 2 surprise entrances.
Yeah.
I expected it, but you know, I didn't expect they would be in the final 3, and honestly, I don't agree with that as well. For me, the best spot of the whole Women's Rumble was the Trish and Mickie James standoff.
That, yes.
When Trish came out, first of all, she got a monster pop.
We weren't expecting it. We actually thought it was going to be Ronda Rousey to come out.
Yeah, we thought Ronda was going to be number 30, but it ended up being Trish. And her and Mickie, you know, that standoff got a great pop, and deservedly so. 2 of the greatest. But yeah, so Asuka winning was fantastic. You have 2 foreign people winning the Royal Rumble, which I think is a very progressive way to step forward into the future. At the end, you know, you had all the champions come in, and then obviously, you know, Ronda Rousey coming out that justified for me main eventing the Women's Royal Rumble.
She didn't have to say anything. She just pointed at the WrestleMania sign.
You know, easing her in until she gets into the women's division. And if it's true that she has signed a full-time contract, that's going to be amazing for the women's division, because she's the first real star of the women's division since like Trish and Lita.
Yeah.
And she's done fantastic things in the world of sports. So it's very good from the WWE to secure her to a deal.
So overall, I personally thought that the show is a success, probably because I'm biased because I was there and it was my first event, and just it was absolutely crazy being in the Philly audience. But I thought it was overall, like, the Rumble, when we came back to our motel, we actually rewatched most of the Rumble. We really just enjoyed that Rumble, both Rumbles, to be honest.
Yeah, the surprises were fantastic in both Rumbles. The winners, I think they got it spot on. Ronda Rousey coming out was great. And besides the Rumbles, it kind of fell flat. I thought the handicap match was probably the best match out of the normal matches. But everything else was kind of okay. But at least the Rumbles got us. I mean, that's really what we came for.
So that's enough of us for one day. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to comment down below any suggestions that you have. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you guys in our next video. Bye.